Welcome back To The Point. I am your host, Eric Mitchell. You guys already knew that because you started the show and you're like, yeah, we know who you are. We have amazing guests here today. We're going to talk about food. No, we're not making food, so stop getting all excited. I know how you guys are out there in TV land. You're like, ooh, we're going to learn. No, we're going to have them back. We're going to talk about food. Thanksgiving, my favorite topic, Thanksgiving. It's like, we'll have a whole segment on food, I promise, folks. But today we're going to talk about their business and their passion for loving of cooking. So let's welcome Dario and Anita to our show. Let me click the right button so that actually happens. There we go. Welcome to the show. How are you guys doing today? It's amazing when you push buttons. I'm good. Good. So,
nice to be on the show.
Oh, it's good to have you here. Love talking about food. It's one of my favorites. It's probably one of my biggest problems with trying to not gain weight is my love of food. And living in the Pacific Northwest, food is one of our favorite things. I didn't know that when we moved to Portland, but Portland, like Seattle and Vancouver, Canada, not Vancouver, Washington, which is right across the river from us. To confuse people even more, there's a Vancouver, Washington, and a Vancouver, BC.
That's right.
I don't know why anybody did that, but they did. Just weird. But food is one of those things. So you came up with the idea for the International Dinner Club. And kind of break that down for us, what you came up with, what you invented. I think that's amazing, right? Because coming up with this and you have, members of the club and what they like about it, you really have hit like basically white lightning with this. Like people love this. So kind of explain, whoever wants to go first, go ahead. There you go. Look, well, Anita, it looks like you're going. Dario just gave you the look like you go.
I'm going. We started this, I guess, a couple years ago now. And, our business, Dario being a chef, and I call myself a rich life strategist, we really believe in cooking together and how important it is. So years ago, I had done this with a group of people where we would get together and pick once a month a country to cook a meal together with. And everyone would bring a different dish. And so I thought, what a great way, and we really enjoyed it. We loved getting together. It was encouraging us to go every month. So we started something called the International Dinner Club, which took away some of the obstacles that we had when we started the group. One was, we were searching recipes all over, and it took so much time to find a recipe of the country to do. And then secondly, they were never paired together properly. So one person would make a main, the other person would make an appetizer, and they never really worked together. So we came up with the International Dinner Club, which is a community that every month you get 5-course recipes that are sent to you, of course, done by Dario, who is a well-known chef. And we do a wine or a beer and a juice pairing for every dish. And juice pairing is a little bit different than anyone else has done out there. We actually do it for the taste and flavor. And people love it because it's encouraging you to do it every month because you go through life and you say, okay, next week I'll get together with you. Next month I'll get together with you. And then the year goes by. So this encourages you to do it once a month. You explore different countries every month. So it's almost like traveling from home. It's really been enjoyable. And of course, when COVID hit, we changed it up and we have serving size changes on it that people can do it from home and they can adjust the serving sizes instead of to a large group to a smaller group who you're with. And it's just been such a great thing. People enjoy it. It just gets you together because there's nothing like getting together over food and drink and conversation, about a different country.
Oh, absolutely.
It's also a conviviality. It's a conviviality aspect, just the aspect of really, we found that completely fell apart from everyone else. This is a way to actually make a point to connect.
I like that. So Dario, let's hop on this. So you have worked at some of the most famous restaurants and kitchens in the world. Tell us what people and what you enjoy about coming together and cooking at home. Now, I love cooking with my wife. It's one of those weird things where I didn't. I was a mac and cheese guy for years. Like that was the easiest thing. You throw water, butter, boom, American meal, right? Throw in some Lesueur peas because you got to make it a little French, bring that European flavor into it. There you go. But then getting into sous vides and again, as I got older, my palate got better in eating in some amazing restaurants from especially across America in my travels. Eating in New York has been something that to me has almost been spiritual for food, and even going to Mexico and eating authentic Mexican food, not the food here. So why do you think so many people, including yourself, enjoy cooking at home with your family I mean, I know the answer for myself because it's enjoyable, and mine always ties to music because I think I love the music we play in the kitchen. I don't know if that makes sense, but music.
That makes total sense, and you actually almost, wow, you're perfect. You just give me a little feeling there. You just bring a simple, old food technique to family and friend to connect. So, for me, when I, being a chef in a restaurant for many years, you kind of you are on a show every single day and every single night. Right now, what I do, I'm actually helping or connecting with family and people to create a simple technique following healthy way of eating, healthy recipe, and connecting it into our Mediterranean lifestyle, which is a perfect healthy way to live, and not complicated. Because the biggest issue with people, and I think it's for everyone, for myself included, if we come home and we think cooking becomes a chore or it's too complicated, we just say, oh, maybe we'll do something a little quicker. It's about organizing yourself. It's about preparing yourself and creating yourself a simple plan. So the International Dinner Club gives you an opportunity, and the recipe that we design for the International Dinner Club, they are based on simplicity, health, and way for people to celebrate that connection of time together. And it's important. It's really important. I mean, I grew up in a family then, in the northern part of Italy, then sitting down at the table is the time that you connect. And whatever goes on around your day stops at that table. And you're breaking bread together. And the best way to do it is nothing but that.
Yeah. I love that. That's awesome because I think that's what a lot of us think of when we think of our kitchens. But coming from somebody who's run some of the biggest kitchens, at some of the best places on earth, it's good to hear from you because I'm sure you know what a lot of chefs are feeling with, especially seeing this industry just ravished, right? The restaurant business just absolutely. We had Chris, what's his name? Last name Hoffman. Anyways, he owns 24 restaurants in the Pacific Northwest, big 5-star restaurants, and they've just been devastated by COVID-19. So I think cooking at home is one of those things that people really come to cherish now because we are spending more time as a family together, which people now kind of like, it's kind of nice to sit down and have family dinner. We used to have them once a week. Now we do it several times a week. Yeah. No cell phones at the table. Except for my 13-year-old, everyone's involved in the cooking process in our house. He's involved in the gaming process of our house. He's really good at that. He's professional at Xbox.